Hello and welcome to Thoughts from a Tree. I'm going to continue the conversation on Naturnity, and this week focusing more on the idea of play in Naturnity and how play is one of the key aspects of Naturnity. So we've talked so far about movement, we talked a little bit about nutrition that needed a little bit of continuation, a little bit of work. I'm not in that current flow to talk about nutrition, so we're going to talk more about play. And I suppose it's been brought more to the forefront of my mind because I've been asked to do a few conversations about building an active village or an active community, and also talk about kind of the importance of play within communities and for our upbringing. So let's think about play and what the importance is of play. So we have our kind of known idea of playing, which is kind of the sportification of play, and I want to clear up a few aspects here. So play is not completely stuck to sport. They are related, but they are not the same thing. And then you've got competitive sport and kind of competition within play, and these are once again not the exact same thing. Play is much more of one, I would say, a mindset. It's a style of learning, but once again it's not completely that, although I think the style of learning has been taken from play, if that makes sense. And all these things have grown from play. So play in general is, from our original part, very much a childlike time. And really because the play would have been the child's version of getting ready to help the village, the community, the tribe, whatever it might be. Now, that's not to say that it's not important in adults as well. And it is, because we have this disconnect, which would be this disconnect from Naturnity, or kind of our evolutionary self. Disconnect from what our bodies are meant to do, in terms of how we now work and how we now survive and how easy physically life is. And therefore I think we almost crave the play. Play is not the fun and laughter we always see. Play can be very serious, but in itself in a playful nature. So how do we kind of focus in on this play? So we can kind of bring it into many aspects, kind of almost a little bit kind of this monk life aspect of finding the moments in kind of our normal day-to-day tasks of how we play. But let's keep it to kind of what we're here about with the physical, the active. Play is quite an exploration of movement, generally done in groups, but you can kind of do it on your own. So say you're doing a normal workout, play would be to bring in something new, something a little bit challenging, that takes you to an edge, so it doesn't fall within the straightforward backwards box. So it might be as simple as adding a beat to your normal gym repetitions. That would bring in an aspect of play. It might be kind of bringing in a complex, so throwing a couple of different things together to kind of add in that idea of play. What I would suggest is take away the measurables. Now, this would go against most of what you're told in the gym, kind of your your SMART goals, your specific, measurable, achievable, bloggable, dartable, rardable. Brilliant, like really good. They have their ideas. If you are really focusing to aim and achieve something, fantastic. But for the sense of play, it might be useful to put that to one side and see where else your body and mind can go. Now, done as a group, we kind of can strip back all the rules that we apply to our normal kind of ideas of what this is. So if we talk about the sportification of play, the rules are already there, and there's a SMART goal in sport. So it's specific, there's measured because there's scores. It's usually been designed to be achievable, and you know, there's all these designed rules. But in play as an original play, the rules aren't there. The rules are made as you go along to carry on the game, to keep the game going. Now, when you have the sportification of it, this stops the game from carrying on, because it doesn't allow the adaptability for different levels of ability, different people playing. It's not always accessible because the rules are set and defined. So we can kind of put through this idea of play where the rules are built as we go along. And that is more the sense of play. So the word itself can sometimes put people off, because it seems to be this childlike mentality. Just getting some strange looks right now because I'm in a tree quite high up. I think I've just put a dog off from walking beneath the tree. That's interesting, isn't it? And what this does, what this kind of build of rules and this continuation of the game allows, is growth within yourself, because it's challenging to do that, because you're not fitting the norm. It's not so easy. You've got to be able to adapt to other people, work alongside other people, and then you can start putting in, maybe, you know, if this happens, you get this many points, or if this happens, this affords this next step. So, you know, things like treasure hunts kind of have this idea that, you know, you play in, you find in, and then you achieve something, and it opens a new door, a next step. It's what kind of computer games have been built upon, but what would have been normal, natural outdoor play. So, because we've already been going for 8 minutes, I'm going to give just something that you can go out and do to introduce play into your kind of normal day-to-day idea. So it might be on a walk. So taking that normal walk, you're out, just walking normally. We introduce the aspect of play. So whether that be, let's say, you take a few kind of steps off a path. It might be that on a walk, you're with a group of people, introduce a sneaky game of tig or tag. You know, the giddiness that might bring, it might be awkward at first, it might be a little bit odd, but it'll soon get giddy. That's when all those kind of emotions start to burn out and start to kind of feel, you start to free off a load of kind of barriers that have been held. You might just play a little game as you're going along. The easiest, honest to God, just get a game of rock, paper, scissors going, and build off it, get things going. So it might be use the atmosphere, get to a river, get some rocks, skim stones with a friend, build a rock tower. All these little things bring back that idea of play, and they're so easy to do. But they're all play, all brings back maybe some lovely memories, maybe it's got a challenge in there, maybe it's something you can do intergenerational, because it opens up all that aspect as well. And it's so simple, easier when you're out in nature, obviously. Maybe you just move around the tree, involve some dance. So that's what I'm saying. Your little top tip to get back to Naturnity is introduce this bit of play.